stadium buzzing. Kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Booker. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got it in the middle, it's Booker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Snap it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Caught in the backfield. It's Booker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And right away early in this game, first drive, you're seeing the big storyline here. It's this quarterback's speed versus the defense and who's going to win the day. And I love the tone the defense is setting here. They knew coming in they were going to have to find a way to corral this guy, and they're able to get home early, really creating some momentum on their side.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive on. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Thompson to throw. Makes the catch. It's Richmond. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Ross. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Morris. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Lets it fly. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Snap to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for second down. Grab near the marker is Booker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the shotgun, they'll run it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Holds and fires complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown. An impressive, long, methodical Meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now this offense will take the field again. Thompson wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moore.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Moore. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Richmond. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield. It's Galloway. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Thompson to throw. Trying to pull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Back to pass. Just a little off. Incomplete. Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged in the middle, it's Booker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Thompson wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ross. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And he's just going to spike it. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
That's reeled in. It's Booker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Coming out with it, it's Baxter. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. A completion good for the percentage, not good enough for the 1st down. Here comes the punting unit. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Harrington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. There he goes. And it'll be a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They are set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Thompson to throw. Pulls it in. It's Ross. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack now. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Power football with the run. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The give to the lone running back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense working from the pistol. They'll give it on the counter. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Thompson wants to throw. Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go to the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hits the open man. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback empties his backfield. Thompson to throw. Makes the grab.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richmond. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Got it! He's in for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Shakes off the defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to run for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 31, on to punt it away.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, but you're going to have time to throw.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Thompson wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Wants to throw again. He's looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Oh, they're after him. Trying to get rid of it.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and falls incomplete.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple of seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense does not completely screw this thing.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. They'll run it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The pull and throw off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one.
Oh, that's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. In this juncture of the game, it's overtime. You're down in the red zone. You know the windows are going to be small. Just got too aggressive with his decision-making. Throws the costly interception. Now the opponent's about to take over, and if they score, they win.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. He'll pull it on the read. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. Wins the game in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.